On this episode of Runners, we head to sunny Las Vegas to connect with 18-time world champion martial artist Jacob Pinto. On his resume, Red Bull Kick It champion, South Korea, 2015 and 2017. Multiple NASKA championships under his belt. Young, driven, with tenacity and work ethic that can't be denied. Lace up with us. Let's go for a run.
You good?
Yep.
All right.
What's going on, man?
Good, man. We just got our mile out the way. How do you feel about it?
It's hot.
It's hot. It's super hot.
Yeah, it's hot, but you know, it feels good.
There you go.
I feel good.
All right, let me give you a proper introduction. So today we're with 18-time world champion.
Yeah.
After yesterday,
like
right?
that, yeah.
Yeah, 18-time world champion. That's what's up. 18-time world champion martial artist.
Yeah.
Jacob Pinto.
Yes. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
So last night, we're here in Las Vegas,
Yep.
right? So last night you had a huge competition, like your comeback competition per se,
Yeah.
right? And you and Mike Guthrie
Yep.
teamed up to win. What did you guys win last night?
We won the 2v2, which is the synchronized division of 2v2. So like when we trick, instead of like two people doing one pass at a time, we try to synchronize our routines and
Got it.
our tricks so that we were executing them like mirrored.
Okay, super cool.
So we took some time to train that. We had a few training camps, like here in Vegas. We met up once in LA.
Got it.
And then like we both came here a week before the event.
Okay.
Specifically to kind of just catch up on our combos, regroup.
Got it.
In the tricking champions, yeah, we killed it, man. We had
There you
fun.
go.
It was a good time.
Super dope, man. It was great to be in the room and just feel the energy.
Yeah.
Martial arts in general, you started at the age of 6, correct?
Yeah.
What brought on that passion? Like what brought on that connection?
Honestly, man, I got into martial arts because I just had too much energy as a kid.
Okay.
And my
gotcha.
mom was just like, I don't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
I was that terrible twos, but it lasted.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just had so much energy. So my mom was like, let's put you in a sport. So I did a little bit of soccer, and then I saw at this fair, this kid came out.
Got it.
He was doing karate, and I was like, Mom, I want to do that.
Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
So, you know, she took me to karate school, signed me up, and at first she was just fun, like a way to release energy, you know?
Got you.
And then it turned into like, oh, I see guys flipping, and I'm like, whoa, I want to try that. And it turned into like me really taking it serious.
Got it.
Started competing, started traveling, going to different places, got my black belt, and I started taking it serious.
There you go.
Professionally, you know?
Yeah, super dope. Got with the right people to kind of elevate
Exactly.
your craft.
I was fresh blood, you know, like I was talented in a way, but I didn't know how to go further.
Gotcha.
And so getting different trainers, you know, different workouts, different rehabs, it got me to where I need to go, you know?
Super dope. Meeting your family yesterday was super cool. Your mom, Miss Pinto, she just seems like a super dope, supportive mom that kind of, you know, has her son back to the fullest.
Yeah.
So it was dope to see, even like right after the competition, your sis making sure you knock out all your pictures, almost looking like your creative director. So that was dope as well. And then your dad just being high energy.
Yeah.
Talk about like that support system and how important that is when you're, when you're chasing a dream per se.
Well, for starters, I just have to say I'm like really, really blessed and fortunate to have the support system that I do have because, I mean, my dad supports me in ways that my mom can't support me.
Got it.
My mom supports me in ways that my dad can't support me. And my sister is kind of like the mediator who supports in all kinds of ways.
Got it.
So it's like, it's kind of cool because I have 3 people that like I can always lean back on. I can always like just, you know, get their advice. And that support system is, it helps. It's like,
there you go.
It's no other. It's just, I'm very, very blessed and grateful to have it. And they're the ones that actually really keep me going and push me, you know?
So you're from LA, the LA area, so you're familiar with Nipsey Hussle?
Of course.
Okay. So Nipsey had a mantra that said, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. How would you correlate that to, you know, your tricking career, martial arts career? It looks like it's a long process. We're talking 4 or 5 hour training days.
I mean, you said it. It is a marathon. I mean, I've been honing in on my craft and like creating like just like who I want to be as a martial arts tricker for years, and I'm still doing that. Like,
there you go.
Even for this training, I'm like, I got to look better than what I did last time.
Gotcha.
And it's just like, I really, to be completely honest with you, I wasn't that happy with my performance last night. I felt like I could have been a little bit more sharp, a little bit more cleaner, and for sure a lot more in shape.
Got it.
I did prepare for this battle,
Yeah.
but I feel like I didn't do enough.
Got it.
Even though we still won, I felt like I could have done more, you know?
Yeah.
To really like gas them and stuff like that. But
Huge
back to the
hiatus, though.
back to the marathon, it's like you go from event to event,
Gotcha.
you know, and I just try to progress each one.
Okay,
So-
makes sense.
There's always going to be that next big thing,
Yeah.
next best thing. Like you're never going to reach the top.
Right.
That's why I can connect with that. It's always it's a marathon.
Yeah.
You got to go until you
10,000 hours.
you just keep going, you know. And so
Absolutely.
I that connects with me because like coming back from an ACL injury,
Right.
going to Red Bull again and competing and winning,
Right.
and then tearing my knee again and getting another surgery, and then coming back here and battling. I haven't battled in 4 years.
Yeah. So,
This was
first
kind
one
of
back.
like for me in my head,
You're right.
it was a lot bigger than what everybody else thought it was.
Gotcha.
And it was just like I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I'm always hard on myself. But I think that's just me. You know,
Right.
that's how you get better. That's how you progress. That's how you excel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, talk about like the, injuries, the adversity of just like coming back and
Oh,
mentally
man.
what that does to you. Cause, usually when you're injured as an athlete, when you come back, sometimes you might overthink a move or whatever it may be.
That was me. And you know what I did is the move that I injured my knee on, because there's a specific move that I do. It's called a shuriken cutter.
Okay.
And a lot of people my buddy Mike Guthrie, who I battled with,
Mike, yeah.
him and I were like known for that move. Like
Got
he
it.
did it, and then I started doing it, and then everybody else started doing
Gotcha.
it. But like then again, it's just like the original one's the best ones.
Got it.
So we were
Yeah.
like the ones that were like really gassing it and like killing that specific move
Right.
at the time. And I did it a lot.
Got it.
I did it once, landed on a spring floor, knee buckled in, double bounced, and it just,
Okay.
so
Got it.
tore the ACL, had surgery, but that mentally for me, I was like, am I ever gonna be
Come
back
back to
how
where
I
it was. Yeah.
And then I just started, instead of asking, if I ever gonna do it, I told myself, I'm like, you don't really have a choice. You're gonna be better.
Got it.
You're gonna,
Yeah.
Like you just had, like, there's no mentality of, could I pot? It's just like, no, you're gonna do it. Like you're gonna be better. You're gonna rehab. You got a brand new knee.
Right.
You're fine.
Mental
Just
tenacity.
get past it. It's kind of like that Mamba mentality. Like,
Yeah, there you go.
So it's just, there's nobody that was gonna stop me. I came back. I won.
Got it.
And that's just the way that it was. And I was like, I'm going to do it. There was no
Dope,
question. And I told myself I was going to do it. I trained. I had, it's funny, my rehab guy,
Right.
Dr. Liebel, he actually worked with Kobe when Kobe tore his Achilles.
Oh, okay.
So I was working with him. I was
Got it.
working with Coach Ship over at TNT. He works also with Ryan Garcia
Okay.
for speed and agility. He was
Gotcha.
working with me for agility and jumps and conditioning.
Got it.
So I have a bunch of different trainers and coaches and, like you said, support system.
Right. Yeah, support
That
system.
definitely helped me get through that process as well.
Got it.
That's why also too, the support system, they definitely got me through, and they were telling me like, no, you will come back.
Got
Like,
it.
you
Yeah,
will,
yeah.
So the for sure the ACL was the one that mentally got me. That was
Gotcha.
hardest, but this back one too was kind of scary, just going into it,
Right.
not knowing what to expect. It's my spine.
Right.
It's just a lot of things into play, but you just have to control your mind,
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So 2015 and I believe 2017, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you go to South Korea.
Yep.
Right? And you win the Red Bull Kick It
Red Bull
event.
kick it there. Yep.
Super dope. I got to see those videos. I was like, pretty impressive stuff. So with that being said, just following your background, you've won a lot in life, right? So I'm pretty sure people don't see the other side of, you might have lost. Or
Yeah.
do you think you learn more from winning or losing?
It's a given that you learn more from losing,
Gotcha.
but I also learn more from winning because if I watch back like a battle or something, even if I won, I'm still gonna critique it
Got it.
just as much as if I lost.
Right.
Because maybe I'm just hard on myself, but in my head, even if I won, I lost. Like for
Got it.
instance, last night I thought I lost.
Right.
And I stumbled on a pass and I wasn't as sharp, I wasn't as clean, I was tired, I felt like I wasted too much energy in the backstage. Like
Got it.
I didn't train enough, like I lost last night. To me.
Got it. So it's
But
perfect to
that's-
everyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see.
Even though we won,
Right.
I'm still, because it's like, to me, I want to be perfect. Like,
Gotcha.
I want to be like the best, you know? So
Got it.
I just like try really, really hard to do like the best that I possibly can do. And
there you
know,
go.
it's just part of the process of
being great.
Yeah.
Well,
like it's tough, but it's worth it.
Makes sense. What would you give 6-year-old Jacob Pinto? If you could talk to your 6-year-old self, what advice would you give to 6-year-old Jacob Pinto? He just started flipping, your sister is filming it, she's excited. Like, what do you give, like, what advice would you give your 6-year-old self?
Trust the process.
Okay.
Be patient. And most importantly, stretch. Because if there's one thing I wish I had was a little bit more flexibility.
Okay.
And I feel like my muscles and my body itself, they're not flexible enough for this sport. Like, being completely honest, like my body is not flexible enough for this.
Got it.
And I wish like, for instance, my buddy Mike, he's flexible, you know, I wish I could have that a little bit more. And I'm trying to stretch, I'm trying to get back into it and just, you know, stretch those muscles out.
Got it.
But I would say stretching and try to take care of my body better.
Okay.
I feel like over the years I really didn't take care of my body the way I was supposed to.
Got it.
And that's why certain things happen the way they did, you know?
Okay. Makes sense.
But I would just say trust the process, be patient. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
It's not a sprint.
And yeah, you know, it's just enjoy the ride. Because if I can go back to my 6-year-old self knowing that I would have had all this,
right.
I wouldn't like literally give me
wouldn't have stressed. Yeah. As you transition, you know, of course you're still a huge face in this world of martial arts and tricking.
Yeah.
But you found a new passion in music, right?
Yeah. I'm
a musician myself. I know how much work it takes to kind of build up to that.
You learn a whole new language when you when you're producing music. And it's literally is that you're just learning a whole new language. So yeah, I got, you know, music software, I downloaded it, started dabbling with it, and just like turned a hobby into a profession.
Got it. Okay. So with that being said, is when it comes to tricking and martial arts, you're, after yesterday, 18-time world champion.
Yeah.
Right. So jumping into the music space, now you're starting something new. So you're technically starting from the ground up and then building yourself back up.
Yeah.
Do you think that same work ethic that you have for martial arts will transition through?
I think so. Yeah. Cause also too, like it's like martial arts and tricking, it's a way for me to create.
Got it.
It's an art, you know, like when we're tricking in the air, we're making art with our body.
Very true.
You know, so it's like, just this time I'm going to do it through a keyboard with my fingers. And just, I want to hear it.
Gotcha.
That's just how I think about it. Everybody's like, oh, you got to make music this way. It's just, no, just do whatever feels best.
Yeah.
Do whatever. That's why, like, when I battle, I never write combos down.
There you go.
Unless I'm doing sync stuff with Guthrie.
Got it.
Like, we had a list of 8 combos, and we were talking the whole time during the battle, and we were like, all right, let's run Stinger.
Right.
Or hey, run Anakin, run OG, hey, run this, hey, run that. So we had code names for our combos.
Gotcha.
But when it's one-on-one, I kind of just whatever feels best, and I let it go. Same with the music.
Yeah.
You know, just like whatever feels best, whatever I like to hear, whatever sounds best to me.
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of just put that same work ethic in it, but also don't restrict myself.
Got it. Makes sense. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Rick Rubin said. Rick Rubin, super huge producer.
Yeah.
Worked with everyone from Jay-Z to Linkin Park to Kendrick Lamar, everybody. But he has a saying where he goes, you know, when you're making music as a creator, just make stuff you like.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to make something for this crowd or this crowd. Make something you like.
100% true.
Yeah. And, you know, it's going to transition into being something somebody else likes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just creating like, I mean, there's so many different alternatives of music and like genres and all that stuff, but that's how that was made. Everybody just did what they wanted to do and it became a genre.
Gotcha.
Oh, I like this, I'm going to do that. So it's just like, if anything, I would love to, not saying that I can make my own genre, but I would just love to make my own thing.
Yeah.
Like people can reflect on and be like, oh, I want to make stuff like what Jacob made.
There you go. Well, there's only 2 genres of music.
Nope.
Good music or bad music. So, you know what I'm saying? So you're good.
Yep.
So yeah, we're getting close to the end. This is, you know, my last question as always. Jacob Pinto was known as?
Jacob Pinto was probably somebody that didn't back down.
Okay.
Never took no for an answer. was always ambitious. Like somebody said they'd battle me and they'd beat me. I said, no, dude, it's like your head's not thinking straight.
Right.
Like you're actually wrong.
Right.
Like you suck.
That's not a possibility.
That's the thing. It's just like I used to have that, like I still have that mentality where it's like, you're not better than me.
Right.
Like you're not.
Yeah, there you go.
And want to know why? Because I know I trained harder.
Yeah.
Because I know I put in more work.
More hours.
Because I know I'm executing. I'm turning my hips. I'm pointing my toes.
Right.
I'm thinking about I know I'm doing that, and you're not.
Right.
So that was just the mentality I always have, and I was always ambitious. So, and I still, like I said, I'm talking like if I'm dead.
Yeah. No, I got you.
But yeah, like you know, back then and still now, it's just I'm very ambitious, and if I want something, there's nothing gonna stop me to get it.
There you go.
So it's just that's how I would describe the battler.
There you go.
15 years from now, the person that I am now, or 15 years from now, person that I am today, I would say is that somebody that didn't back down and was always up for the battle.
Super
always
dope.
Down to just get in there and just show everybody his best work.
There you go.
You know?
Super dope.
Yeah.
Well, man, I appreciate your time. I
appreciate you having me, man. This is dope. I'm glad Marcel linked this up and got this to work. This was cool. I had a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
It made me tired on this run. It's hot.
That's what's up.